Good evening and welcome to State of Business on our television. I'm Nadun Sirivardhana. Let's have a look at the headlines. February Consumer Price Index data shows inflation slightly gone up. Sri Lanka plans to strengthen ties with Thailand and Australia. News in detail. Sri Lanka's National Consumer Price Index and inflation rates for February 2025 have been released by the Department of Census and Statistics, reflecting notable changes in consumer pricing trends. The National Consumer Price Index shows a slight improvement in inflation figures for February. The country's inflation rate, which stood at -4.0% in January, has marginally increased to -3.9% in February 2025. The food category showed a significant adjustment. Inflation here rose from -2.5% in January to -1.1% in February, signaling a narrowing of deflation in food prices. However, the non-food category painted a different picture. Headline inflation in this segment saw a decline, moving from -5.2% in January to -6.0% in February 2025. These shifts highlight evolving dynamics in the cost of living and consumer spending in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is planning to make diplomatic engagements with two important partners, Thailand and Australia, this week, according to a statement released by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs recently. Sri Lanka and Thailand are set to hold the sixth round of bilateral political consultations in Bangkok on the 25th of March. Sri Lanka and Australia will hold the fifth round of senior official talks and the third strategic maritime dialogue in Canberra from March 25th to 26th. This key initiative with Thailand will be co-chaired by Aruni Ranaraja, Secretary to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Foreign Employment and Tourism, and Eksiri Pintaruchi, Permanent Secretary for Foreign Affairs of Thailand. The consultations will review the progress made since the fifth round held in Colombo in August 2023 and the Thai Prime Minister's official visit to Sri Lanka in February 2024. As the two nations celebrate 70 years of diplomatic relations this year, discussions will focus on enhancing cooperations in several key areas, including trade and investment, renewable energy, fisheries, defence and tourism. The discussions with Australia will be led by Asoja Gunasekara, Additional Secretary at the Sri Lanka's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and Sarah Story, First Assistant Secretary of the South and Central Asia Division at Australia's Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade. The talks aim to deepen bilateral, regional and multilateral cooperation in areas such as economic partnership, maritime security, defence, education and tourism. Both sides will also exchange views on shared interests and strategies for enhancing people-to-people engagement. A groundbreaking environmental initiative by the Hambantota International Port Group aims to safeguard Sri Lanka's marine ecosystems while setting an example for global sustainability efforts. In a step towards marine conservation, the Hambantota International Port Group has launched its inaugural Coral Reef Protection Project, the first initiative of its kind for a Sri Lankan port. This project is an extension of HIP's eco-conscious policies, which have fostered thriving coral colonies along the port's breakwaters and artificial structures. The project, in collaboration with the Ocean University of Sri Lanka, will conduct a comprehensive 5-month baseline study. Leading the research is marine scientist Dr. M.F.M. Fairoz, who aims to evaluate coral cover, species diversity, and the ecological health of the region. The port's unique location, designated as a high security zone, has inadvertently created an ideal habitat for coral growth by limiting human interference. HIP's Senior General Manager Jeevan Premasara announced that the port has allocated an initial 1.2 million rupees for the project's first phase, which is set for completion by May 2025. Stay tuned, we will return after this commercial break. Welcome back. Chairman of the Colombo Stock Exchange, Dilshan Veerasekara, announced a CSE Investor Forum scheduled to be held this week with the participation of foreign investors. The chairman of CSE said this speaking at a press conference held in Colombo recently.
Sri Lanka has gone through a long period of turmoil over the last sort of 5 years, transformed, reformed, and now currently is in its recovery phase and has achieved a good growth trajectory. I think we got the stats just today. The Sri Lankan economy grew at 5.4% for Q4 of 2024 and has topped over 5% for the full year. So we are at a juncture, I think, in our country that we've not seen many times before. And it's quite important that the capital market plays its part in terms of this whole, I would call it a renaissance now. I won't call it a recovery. I think we are beyond the recovery and it's about growth now. So this event that we are having on the 27th and 28th will have, we've got confirmations already of close to 100 foreign investors who would come for that forum. About 30 odd of them are actually fund managers of funds, and the rest are businessmen, investors, all of that. We also have local investors, local market intermediaries, everyone connected with the capital markets ecosystem, regulators, all of them that would be present. And so far, I think we are looking at a crowd in excess of 400 participating at that event.
Speaking further at the press conference, Chairman Dilshan Veerasekara said that the CSE have various ongoing educational initiatives to enhance the financial literacy of professionals, university students and school students of the country. Veerasekara also said that the Colombo Stock Exchange is looking to expand its branch network spanning all 9 provinces and then strengthen it further depending on the demand for it.
The CSE spends a lot of money and time to conduct awareness programs across the country, tie up with universities. We tie up with educational bodies like the CFA, for example, and we run the CFA Research Challenge for the universities. We engage with the local universities and have our own sort of quiz program. We have established 100 capital market clubs in schools island-wide, and I think that program, even though it comes from the previous government, I think we'll have support from this government to expand on that and try and push that. So on the education side, we really want to take the financial literacy level that is prevailing in the country to a much higher level, and only then I think that we'll get usage of these products being taken up. We've also expanded branches. For the longest time, CSE hadn't opened a branch. We've opened new branches in Batiklo and Panadura, and we are just about to open one in Bandaravela. So we are expanding our branch presence because we do understand, even though digital platforms can be used, people can trade digitally, that having physical presence also in some areas is important. So we, I think, cover all 9 provinces, and we will look at maybe even further strengthening the branch network based on how well the trading activity and the expansion of the capital markets take place across the country.
Now we bring you a lineup of innovative updates in the business sphere, from advancements in healthcare technology to the resurgence of Sri Lanka's automobile industry. This comes on the heels of the government lifting the 5-year import ban and passing of the Budget 2025 in Parliament last week, just in time for the upcoming festive season. Sri Lanka's automobile industry is back in full gear as Unimo Enterprises Limited launched the Unimo brand new Aurudu Drive. Unimo is ready to meet the surging demand with a robust inventory, offering models like the Perodua Axia SE, Beza G Sedan and JMZ Vigus Pro Double Cab. The company is also taking pre-bookings for electric vehicles, including the Ceres 3 and Dayun DY3, aligning with its commitment to sustainable mobility. In healthcare, Navaloka Hospitals has unveiled the region's first AI-powered Canon Vantage Orion MRI scanner, a cutting-edge innovation representing a $4.5 million investment. The revolutionary scanner integrates advanced AI algorithms, offering sharper, faster imaging for diagnosing neurological disorders, cardiovascular diseases, cancers, and musculoskeletal injuries. Its features including reduced scan times, noise suppression, and a patient-friendly design that eliminates the need for contrast injections, making it ideal for those with kidney or cardiovascular conditions. Kia Motors is making waves in Sri Lanka with the launch of the all-new Sonnet compact SUV, marking the automaker's first step in unveiling 12 new SUV models for the Sri Lankan market. Praised as one of the best in-class smart urban SUVs, the Sonnet boasts over 30 first-in-class features, including advanced technology, safety and design. Powered by a 1.0 TGDI engine, it offers both 7-speed DCT automatic and 6-speed smart stream semi-auto transmissions, ensuring a dynamic yet fatigue-free driving experience. Stay tuned for the stock update. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on mixed notes today. The all share price index gained by 33.28 points to close at 15,912.61, and the S&P SL20 dropped by 7.51 points to close at 4,759.06. The turnover was over 1.9 billion rupees and over 35 million shares were traded. Up next are Forex rates. That's all our news for today. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Take care and good night.